All right, ladies and gentlemen, MrSotko here. Welcome back to the channel. Got a whole bunch of good crypto news stuff for you today. And do you guys like that fire emoji in the title for no reason? I hope you do. Anyway, I want to start off thanking everybody for joining the live stream yesterday. It was our very first podcast episode with Goose Tech, myself, Dr. Platypus, and Meep, a few friends of mine, and we discussed crypto and stuff. That's the previous video if you guys want to check that out if you missed that. A lot of cool things were brought up in there. We had just a little bit of technical difficulties at the beginning, but hey, that's what alpha shows are for, I suppose. But thank you guys for watching that. But let's get right into it here. Bitcoin mining getting more decentralized as bitmain loses dominance. So as bitmain is sort of going under, what's happening with all of them? Are they selling off all of their miners and stopping their own little mining operation? It kind of seems to be the case. Since they are losing tremendous amounts of money, particularly after the Bitcoin Cash hash war fiasco. So mining monopolies are dwindling. So that was the conclusion drawn among social media commentators analyzing the latest statistics about Bitcoin mining industry, which as of January 16th showed no single pool controlling more than about 11.4% of the total hash rate. So the mining distribution is almost such that the miner's share is no more than 10%. And accordingly, 6 network confirmations provide complete protection against a double spend attack with Bitcoin, which kind of always did. But you can see here that last 24-hour distribution, the mining distribution is almost such that the miner's share is no more than 10%, and accordingly, 6 network confirmations provide complete protection. So that's a little false because BTC top is 10.6%, BTC.com is 11.4%, and Ant Pool pretty high there. So it's starting to stabilize a little bit, but some people were starting to argue that BTC.com, you can see Ant Pool down to 4.5% and 13.6% here for BTC.com. And some people were arguing the fact that, you know, it does show that Ant Pool is dipping to 4.5% and BTC.com is increasing to 13.4%. But they criticize that because the idea is that isn't Ant Pool and sort of BTC.com the same thing? Roger Vere's BTC.com and Bitmain's Ant Pool are pretty much the same pool. I mean, sort of separated, yes, but aren't they sort of the same hash rate? Roger Ver and Jihan Wu go way back, you know, creating that whole Bitcoin Cash when just at the time Bitcoin is going to undergo a nice network upgrade. What a great time to bring out Bitcoin Cash and just start pumping it. Take all, oh wow, what a great partnership too. Partnering up with Bitmain, the creator of ASICs, the perfect combination to be able to start mining away and create Bitcoin Cash without any problems in the way, without anybody going, no, I don't think I want to mine on your fork. But when you have somebody that's of course going to, that happens to have probably tens or hundreds of thousands of ASIC miners, geez, oh man. So it is pretty clear that Bitmain's pools are starting to go down significantly with the Ant Pool and all. And so it appears to me that they're sort of shutting down operations a little bit. I doubt Bitmain is going to file bankruptcy or just go under or like totally dissolve or liquidate themselves. Instead, they're undergoing differences. Jihan Wu is sort of stepping down as kind of co-chair with another person now. And I would imagine that a lot of their ASICs, considering the S9 Antminer right now, I just checked yesterday on that live podcast, which you should check out. But I checked yesterday, and the Antminer makes negative $2.19 a day, something along those lines. So imagine if you are Bitmain and you have tens or hundreds of thousands of those. Now, they do have the S15 miner, which is admittedly a bit better, but still only 25 terahash and likely making not much more, only double that. So only negative $1 a day for the S15 miners. So all their miners are just absolutely draining their electricity. Depending on how much they have, I'm sure they have a really good corporate rate, and they're probably making a little bit of money on their miners, but it's not going as planned. They shut down the Israeli R&D department, so I doubt there's going to be. And Israel is well known for their computer programmers and the fact that they sort of export computer software, and so I'm sure their R&D department is Israel was working on different chips and engineering and making faster and faster and smaller chips and things like that. So that's gone. So I think the research and development arm, I suppose, of Bitmain is going to slow down quite significantly. Moving on to a different article here. BitToken seeks buyers on Binance Launchpad. So the BitTorrent token is preparing for its launch through what resembles an initial coin offering. Binance announced this time the asset is based on Tron network and is among the first prominent Tron-based tokens. So isn't this just Tron? I mean, Tron bought BitTorrent, and now Justin Sun is sort of the CEO of BitTorrent. And why do we need a BitTorrent token? Why not Tron? It's based on the Tron network, but first of all, it's been pretty clear among many articles that have come out that in no way, shape, or form is the Tron network able to actually handle all of the transactions of the BitTorrent network, considering BitTorrent and torrents in general is just, I mean, we're talking probably tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of transactions going through in small little bits. I highly doubt the Tron network is going to be able to do that. Also, a lot of other people do. I read an article in the news a little bit ago saying that a previous developer, of BitTorrent says that they're most likely just going to end up using a few centralized servers, and they're just sort of going to pretend that it's on the Tron network in order to be able to handle the transactions of this. So how is BitTorrent token going to be any different? I would avoid this one with a 20-foot pole for sure. Binance Launchpad is a platform for token sales. The BTT sale will involve a small part of the total supply of 990 billion tokens. Total of 54 billion will be sold, distributed separate sessions for Tron and Binance Coin buyers. So in the BNB session, 23.76 billion will be available, while the number for Tron session will be set at 35. So you'll need Tron to buy them, and you'll need BNB to buy them when this goes through. Sales of the new asset depend on account verification. Of course it does. As Binance become one of the best exchanges performing stricter trader monitoring. So yeah, they're in Malta where there are no rules, yet you still need that KYC, huh? Good move there. Besides requiring account verification, Binance has banned the residents of some countries for the BTT token, including US-based investors. So if you're from the US, not going to happen unless you go through it a different little way. I'm sure you could get it done. I'm sure you could get the job done, huh? Nudge, nudge. You know what I'm saying, guys? But this one, definitely going to be avoiding that because why? Why don't we just use Tron on the network? Why does it have to be BitTorrent token? It's because Tron can't handle it, and BitTorrent token is actually not going to be on the Tron network. What is Tron? Nobody knows. Moving on. So somebody will get angry in the comments about that. He's flooding on my Tron. He might make the value go down by 2 cents, and then I'll be broke. Well, then don't invest in Tron. Scam alert. Ripple hit by another fake coin scam. So XRP Plus has been identified as the latest Ripple scam. I don't even know you need to identify that. That like it's been identified as if anybody questioned it in the first place. So first of all, Ripple, you can't like hard fork Ripple. There's no mining of Ripple. There's no proof of stake of Ripple. They just make Ripple whenever they want. It's not a cryptocurrency in the sense if you trade Ripple for money, good for you. But it's not a cryptocurrency. Not in any way, shape, or form. Okay, you don't mine it, so there's no way to fork it. There's no way for the block to go in a different direction as another direction if like too many people are mining this way and that way. It doesn't work like that. So anytime you hear an XRP different token, it's just an immediate scam. You don't even have to identify it. Anyway, So it's the latest scam to hit the crypto space, with eagle-eyed supporters flagging the fraudulent project circulating on popular Chinese social media platform Weibo. Fans realized something was amiss when they spotted Ripple CTO David Schwartz listed as a member of the XRP Plus team. Again, you don't even need to identify anybody in this. It's just an automatic scam. If it's Ripple Plus, it doesn't. I don't know. Okay. So this is the second scam within a week to attempt impersonation of XRP-based coin. The community is growing increasingly fearful that Ripple has become a new trending target for fraudsters. XRP Classic was the first copycat, and now we got XRP Plus. My favorite part here is right down here. So first off, XRP Classic has its own website, albeit one with a completely botched landing page. And then second is its own white paper, which again is completely botched and written in PowerPoint. Finally, and perhaps most interestingly, the scammers have even gone to the length of creating an XRP Classic Twitter page. Ooh. So this is my favorite part here. Dear customers, good start. We are not fake. Okay, I guess I better invest in this one. If they say they're not fake, let's get our Bitcoin and invest in this one fast. If they say we're not fake, of course they're not fake, right? Like who would say that they're not fake if you were fake? I just don't understand that, you know? We are real and we are working real. Wait, okay, so I got to read that one again. We are real and we are working real. Good English. Our team God, it's so funny. Our team are highly educated and knowledgeable, and there should be a period there. But instead, we're just going to use a hype. There are no periods in this. There are no periods in this whatsoever. We are not fake. Apostrophe. We are real and we are working real. And then it's an apostrophe, which I didn't notice the first time. So we're figuring this out. So it's just a big, gigantic run-on sentence. Our team are highly educated and knowledgeable, apostrophe, when there should be a period there, a hard period. Soon, good apostrophe there. We listing new exchange, so apostrophe, what? Don't worry and make business with us. There is some fake people blackmailer, a space, then an apostrophe, then a space. They already send spam emails. Enjoy, XRP Classic team. Wow. I mean, like, you couldn't even Google Translate that. I bet you I could Google Translate all of this and then put the periods in it, and it would sound way more Chinese than this sounded English. Guys, okay, let me just give some people advice. I hate to say this. Dear scammers out there, I'm sure there's one scammer watching this video. Dear scammers, if you are not American and you are English in some way, okay? I don't have to say American. If you don't know English that well, learn it before you start scamming. At least, like, maybe have a friend who is American, maybe pay him a good 5 spot or something like that, and be like, hey, can you read this and, like, maybe correct it, maybe do a little editing for us, a little proofreading. And because I would have got this and been like, okay, we need an apostrophe here, we need a space, okay, like, our team is highly educated and knowledgeable, okay, like, you know what I mean? Like, I'd fix it up, right? I'm not saying don't send me that stuff to fix up. I'm just saying, like, if you're gonna scam, try harder. Okay. I received an email the other day while I was live on live stream, and it was talking about, like, we run a charity. Please give us some Bitcoin. You know what I mean? And it's like, does that ever work? And, like, all the live stream, all the participants in the live stream look up that Bitcoin public key, and fortunately nobody ever gave them any Bitcoin. But I just feel like you could put a little bit more effort into your scams. So terrible. Anyway, moving on. Sapphire is developing a GPU for Grincoin. Grincoin is so popular right now, and so many VC investors and so many venture capitalists, for any of you, I don't know what VC means, and so much hash rate, it's absolutely outrageous. The coin started off on exchanges at $15, and then it went down to 10 and 5. I don't even know where it's at right now. You cannot mine Grincoin unless you have greater than a 4 gigabyte GPU card. You think you need 5.5 or 11 gigabytes of memory or greater. I've heard 8 as the minimum, as 6 doesn't appear to work either. So if you have like 980s or you have a 1060 like 6 gigabyte or something like that, those apparently do not work. So I don't know why it says 5.5 in the article, but apparently Sapphire, with its Radeon RX 570 cards, they're going to produce a different kind of them that has 16 gigabytes of GDDR5 instead of 4 or the 8 as per usual. So the card is not oriented toward gaming applications but cryptocurrency mining. And it's represented the company Hong Kong office explained the product is designed to mine the new cryptocurrency Grin. So Grin is just the FOMO is real. I should just make an entire video on Grincoin, but the FOMO is absolutely real. People mining Grincoin it's just exploding. It's a privacy coin with Mimble Wimble. Why it's better than Veilcoin? Why it's better than Monero or Zcash or Z Classic, which is sort of a zombie coin, as Meep says, a friend of mine, and. So it just doesn't like I honestly don't get the hype. So the privacy centric crypto was launched this month, just a few days ago, and the hash rate is just so unbelievable. And VC investors were pouring in tens of millions, hundreds of millions of dollars into this project. So it's immediately centralized, immediately whale coin, immediately whale miners. So anybody with small GPU operation doesn't run on AMD. For some reason, this might run with AMD, but apparently as of right now, there's only like NVIDIA software. And if you have 980s or a 1060 or something like that, or a 1050, you will not be able to mine this coin. It'll just say that you're out of memory. So like 1080s, 1070s, 1070 Ti's, and like higher is what is essentially required for this. Maybe the AMD software is out by now, but it's just unbelievable. So if you go to try to mine it, you won't even mine a single coin in a day because the coin is essentially a $10 plus coin at the moment. It could be 6, it could be 8. I don't actually have that up right now. You know what? Let's just use our handy dandy phone. You know what? Give me just 1 second, guys, and I'm gonna look this price up for you. Unbelievable, huh? So we're looking at 389. $3.89. Wow, was I off. So yesterday it was like 6 or 7. Today it's 3. So it's bombing something fierce. Like I said, it started off on exchanges quite high, like $15 plus. So you won't even mine a single coin in a day. And right now the hash rate is so unbelievable. I don't understand that. I think it's just another FOMO hype coin. I highly doubt it will last for a while, as people are calling it Bitcoin 2.0. Why it's better than Monero is anybody's guess, is absolutely anybody's guess. But privacy coin after privacy coin after privacy coin are coming out, and that's great. I don't mind new coins coming out because, trial and error. Hey, I made a coin, nobody liked it. Obviously, nobody's going to try and replicate that coin again because it didn't really work. So maybe I need to do something better and something better. That's how technology works. That's great. But the hype behind Grincoin is something that is eluding me. So. One good thing about it is, again, that they made like an 8 gigabyte requirement to mine it. And what that does is it prevents the massively overproduced GPU that is known as the, what is that, the P102 104 or the P100 104? I don't remember. I'm sure somebody in the comments will put it down below. But it's basically a 1060 with no mining, with no monitor ports on it. So it's a specific mining GPU, and they're produced in the hundreds and hundreds of thousands, and there's mining farms all over the place, all over the world, with hundreds of thousands of those GPUs. So if the coin allowed 6 gigabyte graphics cards to mine, it would allow a lot more people to mine, and there'd be a lot even greater hash rate than there is now. So again, a lot of VC investors, so that's a whale coin, a lot of high-end investors, because who has an entire mining farm of 1080 Ti's? Not many people. Mostly they bought the more economic, like 1060s and stuff like that. So that's kind of a whale coin. Not a big fan of it. Not a big fan because of what they did, but a good idea, but yet not. So moving on, the Ethereum developers propose activating Constantinople hard fork in late February. So it was supposed to go on here pretty soon, I think on the 16th of January, 2 days ago or 3 days ago. But it got pushed back to late February. So Constantinople is estimated by developers to go live sometime between February 26th and 28th, with a block number to be determined at a future date. The proposal was made by a core developer phone call on Friday. Participants of the call was Vitalik and Hudson Jameson, Lane Reddig, yada yada. The decision comes after a smart contract audit firm Chain Security flagged on Tuesday a security vulnerability in one of the Ethereum improvement proposals set for the inclusion in Constantinople relating to data storage costs on the blockchain. So another thing that Constantinople does, I promise I could say it correctly, Constantinople, it's just like I'm trying to talk so fast, is that it raised, I think the big thing for most people is that it lowers a block from 3 Ethereum per block reward to just 2. And I think it's like every 7 seconds or 17 seconds, something like that on Ethereum. So it's pretty quick, but that's a significant drop. It's not quite half like other coins, like a Bitcoin halvening. But from 3 to 2 is pretty significant. And so that means that people with just, GPU miners, you're going to feel the heat even more. So now that the ASICs are on it, gathering up all of the block rewards, right now your GPU mining Ethereum may not be profitable at all, or maybe barely profitable for you. And when the block reduction goes through, it's definitely going to be unprofitable for you. So there's a lot of controversy with ProgPow, programmable proof of work for Ethereum. There's a lot of drama behind that, but just throwing all that drama in the trash, and just because that's a whole nother 20-minute video in itself, if ProgPow goes through, it will kick the ASICs off. Now, FPGAs could probably be programmed to be able to switch up every 25 blocks or so, whatever it was proposed, that it will switch the algorithm a little bit. FPGAs could probably be programmed to just also switch up as well, but ASICs, for the most part, should be bricked. That's what people are saying. So the ASIC's gone, the 1400 mega hash, the 800 mega hash, and all the other ones that are probably hidden are gone. FPGAs are not as powerful as ASICs. But they are programmable for different coins and different algorithms and stuff. But that should lower the hash rate significantly, and then your hash rate for your GPUs could actually go back on Ethereum if you've already gone off of it by now. And make a few extra bucks. Moving on to coin market cap. We got 124 billion market cap. We are moving on up. Everything is pretty much green at the moment, except for Tron, because Tron. Let me just take a look at Bitcoin here, because we can see a couple little whale purchases. Let's go to the 7-day, and you can see these little whale purchases here. See, there's the whale sell-off that happened a good few days ago, and then shortly after that, we had about $120 increase in an instant there, a little whale purchase, and you can see a little tiny whale sell off, but we've got another one here. So usually what'll happen is that whenever you see a straight line, you'll see another straight line. So I'm assuming if you see another straight line up, it's probably going to go down about the same amount. So eventually, we're going to lose this as well. So if we go up to 4,000, it'll probably end up dipping back down to 3,600 as usual. It's just kind of the way it's been going, at least this whole year, and honestly, the majority of 2018, or at least the latter half of 2018. But that's all I have for you guys today. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel and like the video. That helps out a lot. And in the description of the video is my social media, my Discord, my Twitter, my Twitch, and my Steam. Follow me on there if you will. We may have another podcast on next Friday. We're going to try to do it again. We're going to try to do episode 2, and we're going to try to have it worked out a little bit better. And hopefully there are no issues next time. And if there are, we learned how to fix them in episode 1. So I hope to see you guys there. But I hope you guys enjoyed the episode. And as usual, I will see you guys next time.